It's not safe for work magic. I'm your host, Gravity Groove. It is 8:30 a.m. Central Time, and I am still very, very tired. I'm a nocturnal person. I generally get up around 11. So I'm on like 5 hours of sleep. My coffee is still too hot to drink, but I've drank it twice and it burned my mouth. I'm seriously thinking about burning it a third time. As you can see, we've called an audible and decided to play something else. This is a list I first saw posted by Eric Frohline on Twitter, and him and several of his Pro Tour buds are playing it. Seth Manfield is playing it, and Jensen is playing it, Huey Jensen, and a few more of his friends. They said they tested it against primarily Teamer and had good results before they tested it. But as of the day of the Pro Tour is the day before this happens, I'm looking at a post now that says 3-7 overall against Teamer Rec. So 16-1 against everything else. So apparently the Rec match is not as good as they hoped, or it's just the Teamer Rec is that broken that it really doesn't matter what you play against it. They get the combo and you lose. That's probably more likely the truth of the matter. They just kill you too fast and nothing you do matters. We have basically his lineup card for card. The only difference is I think he had 3 Triomes and we have 2. We were short 1 Temple of Silence in our kit, so we just added Fabled Passages instead to thin the deck out. Otherwise, it's pretty much card for card what they're running. The main is card for card, the sideboard is card for card. So the idea here, of course, is to exhaust your opponent's hand with discard creatures and Charming Prince and looping with Yorion to be able to answer awkward threats with Doom Foretold and Elspeth Conquers Death, and to blink these effects: Kaya, Elspeth, Oath, Casket, Fenlurker, Burglar, Charming with Yorion. Casket in particular blinks really well if you're getting sharks. So that's the goal. We're going to draw bad and die quickly, which is always our goal. Just be time efficient. Lose quickly and go back to bed is our goal today. I think we keep Scry on 2. Seems reasonable. Don't want to overthink this. It's just another spin of the slot machine. So Teamer Rec, of course. The match that, as I said, seems like it might not be that good. We want the land. Do we want the prince? I don't even know if we want the land. I guess we'll just take the prince. They have wreck on turn 3, and we've already lost the game. That's probably what's going to happen here. Again, because the deck is broken. Representing Scorching Dragonfire. Yeah, probably found it. Burglar Rat is fine. casket for an early Uro. Remember, this is turn 3. They already have 6 land, 5 in the bin. Because this is a fair deck full of fair cards. Kind of surprised they're not just setting me up for Blast Zone this turn. Especially since they have 2 of them. Having not built this deck, being the people far above my pay grade built this deck, I don't think they put much thought into the effect that Blast Zones would have on the matchup. Got a lot of dirtily creatures. So now we're going to try to Blast Casket in a row. If it's countered, we pretty much lose on the spot. Yeah, we're just gonna be done here. And now we can expect ambushers to come in. The D-Spark should be good here. Bringing in 4 Duresses. I don't entirely know what they intend you bring out when you're bringing in 4 Duresses. I guess Kaya doesn't do anything here. So that doesn't become your win condition anymore. You just trim some stuff. I assume you just trim some stuff. Remember, I have never played this deck before, so I am uncertain what its exact implementation is designed around. I am learning as I go. Guess Kaya doesn't really get anything, huh? Just take all the oaths out for the Rotting Reggies. And all the other blinks are still useful. And you want to leave the caskets in for the sharks. Huh. Well, we're on our way to our goal, losing quickly to the best deck in the format. Unkeepable hand, very typical for us. So we dump the Fenlurker. Opponent, of course, will keep 7 and have Wilderness Reclamation on 3 because this game is not at all random. It's really just whomever plays against me wins completely and utterly. Borrower, of course, we're in trouble. And as I said, we had Reclamation on 3. It's almost as if it's not random, and the game is predetermined. That is, whoever faces against me wins. Sam, good luck. Not bad. Just not for me. Should have attacked first there to see if he had the Brazen Borrower. Of course he did. Again, this game is not predetermined. These had exactly perfect cards. Counterspell. Exactly perfect cards. We of course missed our land drop. They have Explosion for 6. Sure. That is officially the end of the game. Still missing our land drop. Burglar Rat before swinging last time did not at all change the outcome of Brazen Borrower. It was always going to be Brazen Borrower. Pointedly, we could have potentially recast it, but he did have the counterspell anyway. Still missing our land drop. We have 3 land, our opponent has 400. The game is over. For those of you watching at home, please understand that Magic is not at all a reasonable game, not at all a fair game. It's designed to win via money, and because Uro is a $45 card, and because Wizards has refused to deal with the problem that is the Robo's Reclamation deck, we are idiots for not playing that deck, and we deserve to lose. This will be counterspelled. Again, we're doing this all live. You're seeing me make these calls live. That's game. So we got to do actual, factual nothing. Our opponent had everything they needed to exactly as I called it, and we're dead. 10 minutes more and we can go to bed. I'm showing you this. It's perhaps the last time I really do Magic on this channel, so you can understand how worthless this fucking game really is. Well, this is a shit hand, but we're keeping it. Fairly certain this is a bad matchup. Yeah, I think we just have to skip this turn. Plan just doesn't really line up. Probably save the Oath of Kaya for Mayhem Devil. This is a card we don't really care if they sacrifice and kill. Wilt? This is Golgari Sacrifice. Interesting. Unfortunately, they have the 3 creature lineup, so oh, it's Jund. Jund with main deck Wilt. Yeah, this setup kind of prevents Oath of Kaya from doing anything, unless they have no creature here. Well, I mean, Oath is still just nothing because of the Witch's Oven. This is fine. Now, we had considered Heliod's intervention in the sideboard when we were putting this deck together, but I felt like by default I should just go with the professionals list, and of course I lost the first game in an unwinnable manner, and I'm going to lose the second in a similar unwinnable manner, because there is nothing in the sideboard for this matchup. And the format is so exhaustively powerful that our opponent already has an unstoppable engine online on turn 4. And there's literally nothing we can do to interact with it. So that's great. So we can get Doom Foretold in, sacrifice the Charming Prince. Then next turn plan to sacrifice the Oath of Kaya. Unlikely that we can defend Doom Foretold against them, and we're probably just going to lose to our own Doom Foretold. We have to sacrifice it. But we're going to try. Treacherous Blessing is, of course, what we're looking for. He's drawing 8,000 cards a turn, though, which is problematic. He also has the castle online. We could blow up Doom Foretold and then blink the Oath of Kaya, but I think we're just going to keep rolling it. That's Treacherous Blessing. Those are bad draws. That's what those are.
Done, Wong. The time to fight is near. Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
Next turn we can Yorion blink the Treacherous Blessing if we sacrifice the Elspeth, which I think we might. Being that we can just recall it. Summoned. So now do we sack the Treacherous Blessing to make more tokens? Well, I guess we don't have a choice there. We're sacking the Treacherous Blessing. That's unfortunate. Have to hope we draw good here. Oath of Kaya would be great. Any kill spell would be great, really. If we can just get it right back.
You will meet my gaze again.
Burglar Rat would be another thing we could sacrifice were it not for Mayhem Devil. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could just Elspeth make tokens again, or Yorion and Burglar Rat. I think I'm fine with that play. Yeah. Sure. Thanks. I made a cup in there.
Oh, I made more, so.
Yeah, I'm recording, but I lost my first game in immediate fashion, so probably shouldn't be long.
Oh, there's the Pop-Tarts. I'll bring you up.
Alright. This is not looking good for our hero. As I said, I didn't really think that Doom Foretold could manage them. Pretty damn unlikely because of how many cards they draw and how cheap their permanents are.
Even the gods cannot escape my wrath. Together, we can exact justice.
We also haven't drawn any removal spells this entire game,
You will
other than
advance
one
no
Oath of
further.
Kaya, and our deck is full of them, so you know. And that's game. Yeah, I'm just gonna quit now. Well, we lost 2, and we're already gonna be out of the game, so. Literal only thing this kills is Bolas Citadel. This deck was given absolutely no tools to manage the deck we're facing against. No tools at all. Huh. Well, I'll cut one Oath because that's worse against this deck. I'll cut all the Conquer's Death, or maybe leave one Conquer's Death, because that could potentially destroy a Citadel. I guess that gets Mayhem Devil too. We'll leave 2 Elspeth Conquer's Death. Bring in a couple Kaya's Wraths. Kaya herself is okay here. Not great. Remorse also feels okay. Not great. Yeah, I guess we just overload on removal then. No way to get Rotting Regisaur through the combo. No real way to destroy... Oh, this destroys the fucking oven. I'm an idiot. Sure. This is why we're not going to bother with this game anymore. It's just not a reasonable test of skill. It's just a slot machine. And in terms of video games, that's a poor fucking video game. More creatures and less other permanents to make our Kaya's Wrath good. I guess Kaya herself would be pretty good here. Turn 2, our opponent has cast 893 different things. Perfectly reasonable. Ideally, they're playing Mayhem Devil next turn. Cinder Vines. We're still taking 2 a turn, and they're gaining 2 a turn. So we're gonna fire the Oaths upstairs. Start swinging into the Orion. That's really all we can do. Doom Foretold wouldn't even really be good here because of how much sack fodder they have and how little we have. Now that we have no cards in hand, at least we can draw with the castle. But again, taking 2 every turn, and then gaining 2 every turn with no way to interact with the combo. Because again, Wizards doesn't know their ass from a fucking hole in the ground.
I can get rid of anything, living or dead.
So we're not going to attack this turn because we need to be able to make sure this doesn't get hit. Have to keep in mind that they have 2 on the table from Cindervines as well.
You won. This time.
Well, Kai can survive 1 more turn. We can start to gain life. Extremely brutal.
You better watch your back from here on out.
Well. Unfortunate. Guess we're chumping with the Orion and hoping we find a Doom Foretold or a Mortify. Probably worth just taking the 2 here, huh? Okay, maybe not. Unfortunately, it's another thing he can sack. We did not get what we need there. Nope.
I'll be back. Just you wait. Dispelling phantasms makes me feel good.
Unfortunately, now Corvald can eat the food. Really is a messed up card. We can't win. We're gonna have lost this without having won a single round, huh? Really living up to my expectations for myself. And as you saw, because I chose foolishly to record this, there was literally nothing I could do. Like I never once had agency, never once had any actual options for anything I could do other than get fucking destroyed.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
I suppose I could have tried to destroy the food, he just would have sacked it in response. So we've got 2 more cards to see to potentially find an answer. Which we're not going to find one, but you know. It's not a Kaya's Wrath. So we try to find a Kaya's Wrath and then lose. Yep. Good game, everybody. We didn't get to play. It didn't matter what we did. Our opponents were not better than us, just luckier than us. And that concludes Not Safe for Work Magic with Gravity Groove. We're going to go back to bed. And I would encourage people to not play this game, to not give their money to Wizards of the Coast, to not give their money to Hasbro, to not encourage this sort of design where the entire game is built around scratching lottery tickets and slot machine mechanics and feel bads. It takes advantage of people who have gambling tendencies. It's no different than loot boxes, and how they're starting to rule those is illegal in other countries because it's predatory. And the game, as you saw, isn't a skill-based game anymore. It may once have been a skill-based game where interaction, play skill, experience mattered heavily in the meta, but now it's really just War the card game, a coin flip, a lottery ticket, a slot machine simulator, and you can do better. We can all do better. I'm going to post this because even though it's not romantic, I'm honest about everything I do and say and believe in my life, and I really want people to be able to see this and to learn something from how worthless this client, this game, and this company are. So again, I've been Gravity Groove. This is Not Safe for Work Magic, and I appreciate you hanging in for the 10 seconds it took me to get dumpstered in this format. Thanks. Later.